IBP Master Data Demand Planning. This video covers 1.0 master data, the master data and their attributes that are used by a demand planner or other planners. Remember that all master data is shared across the modules, and security may prevent you from seeing some attributes. High level. Master data types. Product. Location. Customer. Location product. Source customer. Source customer currency. Unit of measure. Currency. Exchange rate. Planning unit. Product corresponds to MMO3 and ECC, so this can be a finished, semi-finished, or component material. In the case of demand planners, they usually only care about products that are sold to an external customer. This is a simple master data type with a primary key of PRD ID, product ID. Location typically corresponds to plants in ECC, so this can be a manufacturing plant, distribution center, or external vendor. In the case of demand planners, they usually only care about locations that ship directly to an external customer. This is a simple master data type with a primary key of loc ID, location ID. Customer. This is the ship to customer, not the sold to or the strategic customer. In the case of demand planners, they usually never care about a ship to customer. However, this level of granularity was required in order to meet specific security and attribute requirements. This is a simple master data type with a primary key of cust ID, customer ID. Location product corresponds to MMO3 plant view in ECC, so this represents what products exist in which locations. In the case of demand planners, they usually only care about the production location combinations that relate to products that are sold to an external customer from specific locations. This is a compound master data type with a primary key of PRID, product ID, and loc ID, location ID. Customer source. One record represents a unique combination of a product, typically finished, plus location, typically customer facing, plus ship to customer. In the case of demand planners, this is a critical master data type since it holds such attributes as ship to, sales org, and strategic customer. This is a compound master data type with a primary key of PRD ID, product ID, plus loc ID, location ID, plus cust ID, customer ID. Customer source currency. This is simply the customer source master data type with an extra attribute of currency ID. This is a compound master data type with a primary key of PRID, product ID, plus loc ID, location ID, plus cust ID, customer ID, plus cur ID, currency ID. Unit of measure conversion corresponds to MMO3 UOM, alternative units of measure, in ECC. So this represents the alternative units of measure by product. This is a compound master data type with a primary key of PRID, product ID, and UOM ID, unit of measure. Currency. This is just a simple listing of select currencies, not all. The primary key is cur ID, currency ID. Exchange rate. This is the exchange rate for each active currency to another currency. This is a compound master data type with a primary key of cur ID, currency ID, plus cur2 ID, currency2 ID. Planning unit. This is merely an IBP business unit grouping, used in IBP for security purposes to segregate data at the product location level. This is a simple master data type with a primary key of PLUNIT ID, Sometimes it is also called subnetwork ID. Attributes. But a quick tip first. The color of the box is important. The darkest blue means that the attribute is a key. The lightest blue means that the attribute comes directly from ECC, so any changes will be overwritten the next day. The next darkest blue means that the attribute comes directly from an IBP user and not ECC. The next lightest blue means that the attribute comes directly from an IBP program and not ECC. In the interest of time and not putting you to sleep, we will not be reviewing the attributes that come from ECC, since you should already be familiar with them. And hopefully the name is self-explanatory. Product. ABC code is used to store the product level ABC calculation from IBP. User may manually override the value here. ABC locked is used to lock the ABC code value so that IBP cannot change it on the next calculation. XYZ code is used to classify products by coefficient of variance, ability to forecast accurately. XYZ locked is used to lock the XYZ code value so that IBP cannot change it on the next calculation. Record type P is used to identify which product records were manually added for the new product introduction process. Custom 1, 2, and 3 is used as an ad hoc attribute for whatever local purpose the demand planner has. For example, SKU rationalization. Location. Record type L is used to identify which location records were manually added for new product introduction process. Customer. Record type C is used to identify which customer records were manually added for the new product introduction process. Product location. Record type PL is used to identify which product location records were manually added for new product introduction process. Time property MPL stores the statistical qualities of a product location in monthly buckets. See forecast automation. Custom 1, 2, and 3 PL is used as an ad hoc attribute for whatever local purpose the demand planner has. Source customer. ABC PLC code is used to store the product location customer level ABC calculation from IBP. User may manually override the value here. ABC PLC locked is used to lock the ABC PLC code value so that IBP cannot change it on the next calculation. Do not stat forecast PLC is used to prevent a statistical forecast from being executed on this combination. Record type PLC is used to identify which product location customer records were manually added for NPI process. Custom 1, 2, and 3 PLC is used as an ad hoc attribute for whatever local purpose the demand planner has. Source customer currency. Record type PLCC is used to identify which product location customer currency records were manually added, NPI process. Unit of measure conversion. Record type PU is used to identify which product UOM records were manually added. See new product introduction process.